best.
Everyone got super quiet just as we screamed Jack Jack.
This end of the table makes you cry. Here we go.
Hey, wait a second, I'm on this side of the table.
Alright, so we're about to get started. I'd first like to say thank you everyone for coming out to our Trails of Cold Steel V voice actor panel. So my name is Erin. I handle marketing and PR here at NIS America, and this is the Voices of Erebonia. So let's introduce everyone. First we have Sean Chiplock as a feature director. Zieja as Kirk.
Yeah, Joe!
What's up?
Edward Bosco as Mafia's writer. Michelle Marie as William Orion. Jonah Scott as Randall. Valerie Aram as Aurora. Erica Lindbeck as Tina. Alright, so what is Trails of Cold Steel 3? What we have prepared for you here is our most recent trailer highlighting the gameplay system. So let's take a look.
Stop blood.
Is the volume on for this? Or for the trailer?
This is like improvised voices. We got you. It's okay. Just roll.
This is how we did the game. We just. They gave her a real flaming chainsaw. After the third take, we had to switch studios.
Like, it would never be the same.
The wallpaper was starting to catch.
This is their way of telling us that they're firing us. Very unceremoniously that they don't need voiceover for this game.
This was Erica Lindbeck.
Don't worry, I got this.
Let's all dub each other. I'll be Milliam.
Sorry for the technical difficulty, folks, but the trailer is online on our YouTube channel, so go check it out there. Yeah, let's all press play. Get our phones out. All right. Okay, moving on. So, we'd just like for each person to, tell us a bit about your character and the process of finding your voice. So, we'll start from right over here, actually.
Oh, hi. Yeah. Hi, I'm Edward Bosco. I'm Machias. I saw you had a shotgun in the first game, and I was like, I know what you're going to sound like. That's how it worked for me. Also, man, does he have an intro to that first game? He does. Whew, he has a lot of things to overcome.
Hi, I'm Michelle Marie. I'm Milliam. She is extremely energetic and super hyper, and I love the fact that her nickname is Bunny, or that she has like a rabbit aesthetic, because when I was little, one of my nicknames was Energizer Bunny, so I really connected with her instantly because of that. So Milliam is just really, like, she's just pure energy basically, so that's what I did with my voice, was just trying to harness pure energy and bring it to life.
And Michelle, I have to say, I'm Val, the director of the game, as well. I did the voice direction.
Yeah.
But I have to just say, Michelle, I'm going to give you a shout out because she replaced our original Milliam, and I think that she absolutely killed it in this game. I think. Shout out.
I'm Sean Chiplock. I voiced Green Schwarzer. When I came in, they said, for Reed, we really want someone who's smart, sensible, knows exactly what to say, and who everyone can rely on. I said, I think you have the wrong guy. But no, Reen is very special to me because he was a character I over-prepared for. Like, when I first heard about the auditions, when I had first booked the role, I went on TV tropes, I looked up videos, I saw a Let's Play of the game. So when I walk in, the original vocalization editor was like, all right, so let me tell you a little bit about the game. And I went, hold on, I have some questions first. And I start asking her about stuff from like the last third of the
So like
game.
game 7, and she was like, wait, what? We're like, oh, I think he's ready for this.
So it was truly a collaborative effort. I came in with all of the knowledge, and then between Val and the localization team, they helped direct that knowledge into each specific scene, each line, each relationship. So since I already knew what was going on, I just needed those last little bits of info from them in order to set me in place, and then it was just a smooth process from there. So I have to give huge thanks to Val and the rest of the team for taking the fire that I had and focusing it where it needed to be at any given time. And for telling me I'm smart.
Hey guys, my name is Jonah Scott and I voice Randolph Orlando. I got the audition sites for this, and there was like, what, 7, 8 characters for the dudes, and I looked at Randy and I'm like, that one. I want that one.
Oh yes, will be mine.
So I leaned into it really hard. His description was like he's 26, he's an older brother, he's kind of debonair, he likes women and drinking and going out, and I'm like, hey, look, I just graduated college, I know how to do that stuff, right? So yeah, I have a pretty low register for him, and I think it sounds good. So
He did a great
wait
job.
for you guys to see.
Hey guys, I'm Joe Zieja. I'm the voice of Kurt Vander. Finding Kurt was super easy for me just because I'm actually ex-military. I was an officer in the Air Force, and I just kind of like sunk back to that, like, I am very, very serious all the time and nothing is funny. And that was my life for a long time, so Kurt is just like an extension of that. It was not so bad.
Yeah, it's all good. You're my favorite edgy son.
Yeah. And on 4th of July, thank you for your service, sir.
Hi guys, could we try to have a little more fun, please? I'm Valerie Aram, and I am the voice of Aurelia. And I did not have trouble after directing everybody on the first couple games on this. They wanted someone who was strong and who was in charge and who knew what she was doing, and I was like, well, here we go. I did training for this. So, no, but this whole process was amazing, and I loved finding this character. I loved helping everybody else find their characters and just getting to dive feet first into this game, which was such a fun process. So, thank you guys all for coming out.
Handheld mic. Oh yeah, of course. Hey guys, I'm Carrie Karen and I play Sarah. Favorite teacher. Welcome, class is in session. Legit. I don't drink, but my mother is a teacher and like I come from a lot of teachers, so I'm like, oh, I get that part of it, and I love her as a teacher. But I literally auditioned for her laying in my bed with my feet up the wall, like sitting with like, like I'm laying like this and my feet are up, and I was like, all right, class, let's do this. I was like sweating out, and I was like, go, because I didn't want to record her in a booth, and I was like, I'm never gonna book this. This is super fun though. But I booked it.
And the producer was like, oh my, Carrie Kiernan is absolutely Sarah. And I was like, that's an interesting choice. And then we listened to the auditions. I was like, oh my, Carrie is absolutely Sarah.
Well, Vita's really interesting because she's also Misty, so it's like...
Spoilers.
Oh, come on. Well, I needed to mention that because when I auditioned... Wait, is that really a spoiler?
Yes.
Did people not know that? Now she's worried. Okay, well, Vita's just Vita. There's nothing else to her. I thought Vita was the spoiler. Okay, well, either way, you've done it. I've done it.
Just own it, Erica.
It's been years. Oh my lord. So when I initially actually auditioned, it was like, I think Val sent me something. She's like an NPR announcer, like an NPR person, and I was like, okay, great.
Like smooth jazz.
Like smooth jazz.
jazz.
So when I auditioned, I was like, is this really a JRPG? Like I feel like I'm auditioning to be like a radio, like a disc jockey. and then I went in and I did it, and like I feel like there was very little of Vita in the first game, and that's why that was the initial audition, was to do like the radio stuff. And every game it feels like she has a different angle, and her relationship to everybody is different, or she's like losing someone different. It's really interesting. It's crazy. There's so much lore to this game that I could not possibly know unless I played it. So yeah, I mean she's super awesome. It's really interesting because I have to stop often while we're recording to be like, okay, so what is her relationship with this person? Because it's so different. It just runs the gamut, you know.
And my answer is always, she's like, why is my character this? And the answer is always, because anime.
Yes. She's definitely very multifaceted. Maybe I should have said that instead of. But yeah, anyway, you know.
So moving on, the next few questions were taken from social media, from fans like you. So thank you very much. All right, let's get on. So the first one will be. How much do you personally relate to your character? What do you like and dislike about your character? So actually, if we can start from the reverse end this time, from the far end.
No spoiler.
Yeah, hey, so...
Spoiler, no spoiling.
I think that Vita is a really sweet person. There's really no negatives to her at all. And I feel that also is me. Everyone just loves me. And everything I do and everything I say. And I'm not a polarizing person. And I think that Vita is very much the same way. She's very, like, what you see is what you get, you know? So that's all I'll say on that.
I love Sarah. I love Sarah so much, and what I love about her is she's like, hey, you want to learn something? Go ahead, and give it a shot. She's like, here, if you survive, you pass, sweet. Because I'm very much like I only learn by doing things, so like I really like that way of like teaching, and like aside from the fact that like maybe she puts in like a little bit of danger from time to time, and like maybe she drinks a little too much, and like maybe she's like a little too much arena in her life, like a little too much. I mean, she's like I love her. I feel like who here wouldn't want to be in her class? Figure it out as I go. And what I love about her is that she's very much like, how she feels about someone is like completely apparent the moment they walk into the room, and she doesn't make any apologies. And I accidentally have that power, because if I don't like someone, I have a real inability to hide it. I just try to like stay away and not like look in their direction, because like it's uncomfortable for the people around me that I don't like someone in the room. So I just try to be honest and straightforward. Anyway, so I love her. There's nothing I dislike about her.
Some of the most fun sessions we have ever had. Putting Carrie and I in a room together is ridiculous, and we're lucky to...
I like to make the producers blush.
Yes.
I like how you said she tells her students to give it a shot, whereas I feel with Sarah, she'd be like, you want to learn something? Give me a shot.
Right. Auditions with Carrie are always fun because she really does. She finds out that comfort level of the producers. My comfort level with her is there's no making me blush with her, but she will find out the comfort level of the producers and just push it like right there, and I can hear them like whimper behind me.
Like they can't say anything because they cast me. You know what I mean? Like they knew what they were getting into. You know?
Was that appropriate? Were we rolling? Did we get that on tape? So Aurelia, I just have to say, I love strong female characters because I don't think as females in anime a lot of times that we get credit, A, for being over 25. She's the most experienced person. She's the oldest. She's super strong. She's a lawyer. She's a detective. She's a top whatever. She's 22. What? Wait, what? I'm dead in anime years. Like, so I love it when I can finally get a character who's maybe a teeny bit over 25 and actually still alive, and is just strong and confident and knows who she is and takes care of situations. Because I don't think, a lot of times we get the, you're like, oh. So that's what I love about her. I love that. I love seeing games where we have really strong women represented because I think a lot of times we're just the fluff on the side, like we're the cupcake on the side. So I love that about this game. I love that about my character.
I already alluded to the fact that I was in the military, but if Kurt reminds me of a younger version of myself, like right when I had just gotten commissioned as an officer, and it was like, I was so uptight that my butt squeaked when I walked. And like Kurt reminds me of that, where like everything's just so...
That is in the booth.
That's what it is every time. Ted, sorry. And it's just like everything was so serious, and he didn't have time for like anybody else's like fun. Or I didn't like no laughing aloud. So it was like that was like an older version of me. So do I personally relate to my character? Yeah. I like that about him, that he can like get stuff done. But like throughout the game he has a nice character arc where he does learn to laugh a little bit and have a little bit of fun. So I don't know, that's what I like about Kurt. His butt does not squeak when he plays. How unfortunate.
They didn't dub that?
Yeah, that's the DLC.
Oh, I can't wait to direct that.
Let's see. There's three things I really like about Randy. He's pretty good looking. And two, it's rare in like anime style stuff. You get to go into your base when you're like doing a male character. Most of the time it's like way up here, and you're like squeaking and stuff as you're yelling. But no, I had like lower, do it more, lower.
On that table.
Yeah. But and he's like an older brother kind of guy, and I'm an older brother to two of my younger siblings, and I really felt a lot of that, I guess, paternal care towards the class. That's like he's like a dad. He's like a big dad. He's like, to herd your cats, But and what I dislike, he's kind of aloof sometimes, and if he applied himself, man, he could go far. But that's about it.
As someone who also owns a 10-story tall sentient robot.
What's the insurance like on that?
Whenever they ask for the payment, I just send the robot. They don't call after that. Reen is really interesting because he's equal parts things that I identify with and things that I aspire to be. He can be a bit dense at times, but he always means well. And even though he can get a bit convoluted in his anime speeches, he really does think out. He does, okay? I'm pretty sure the Goku versus Frieza fight took less time.
I was in the room, I remember.
But he means well, and he looks out for the best in everyone, and he finds everyone's unique strengths and knows how to lift them up and get them to work together. And that's something that I like to think that I'm pretty good at, where I can point out what people are really good at, and I'm also good at giving advice if they have troubles. And a lot of people feel like if they need to vent or if they have questions or need advice, that they can come to me and feel comfortable. And that's something that I really identify. Stuff that I aspire to, you know, I'd like to be more confident, I'd like to have a better general knowledge of situations that I'm dealing with. So it's been a nice learning process. You know, the longer that I've played Reen, the more about him I get to learn, the more comfortable I get. It's a nice amount of give and take. As for what I like and dislike, I like that he's the undisputed head pat champion of the last decade. Dislike, he is so incredibly dense though. Like, Elisa could come up in like a swimsuit and be like, hey Reem, wanna go spar at the beach? And he'd grab his touch and be like, yeah, you know, Sarah will really lay into us if we don't pass that fighting class tomorrow. I have no idea, so, you know, just like my marriage, so. Before this panel, I said, just speak after me and you'll sound better no matter what.
Well, I absolutely adore William. She is like, I love her immensely. She kind of reminds me of like miniature me, like when I was actually like 5, even though she's 15. Like, her personality is a lot like I was when I was little, hugging random people, wanting to be friends with everybody, and not understanding what's going on, really, like just being happy all the time. I really relate to her now because she has a lot of witty, like, one-liners, and I love puns, and so I really just like her kind of cheeky attitude. I don't think there's anything I dislike about her, just that her cosplay is really difficult, so I don't know if I can do that. So one thing I do want to say is that when I got the audition for the character, I was like, yes, I'm so excited. And then when I went into the booth, when Val was telling me, okay, we're going to mess around with the voice, and so you do this, and you know, your chest voice and your nasal voice, I kind of said under my breath, oh no. Because I was like really nervous, but I don't know if you heard that. But now you know.
I think that everybody, the first time they come in, and I don't know what this is, but every time they come in and work with me for the first time, I get like the first 10 or 15 minutes, and it's got a little of this underneath it a little bit. And then they kind of settle in, and they realize that I'm not an evil queen, and I'm not
Wasn't that
fair, you are holding a shotgun. You live in a castle.
What? I realize that in anime years, I am evil queen
There are
old at this
booby
point.
traps to get to the bathroom.
And the vicious attack dogs. Don't forget the vicious attack fluffies. No, but you settle in, and then once you kind of find it, and you get out of your actor brain, which is the, oh God, I'm not gonna be good, they're gonna fire me. Once you can kick that guy out of your head and sort of settle into what you're doing, I find that you guys like find it, and I'm just there to sort of guide the ship a little bit. Like, you know where we're on vacation, we're all on the ship together, we know where we're going, and if you start to veer off course, I'm there to go, no, back, okay. And that's all I'm there to do. I'm like, the ship all works because all of us are on it. But I'm just there to sort of help nudge us back to the place we need it. And once you guys get it, then I take you back to the top of the script at the very end of your session, and you pick up those first 15 minutes like that, and it's locked in. You killed it. You killed it. And I didn't bite your head off.
She did give me a run for my money in terms of like energy, like, because you have to be like really excited all the time for like 3 hours and you can't take a break. But it was really fun.
So I'm gonna break the trend. I'm nothing like Machias. I didn't grow up like he did. I don't have a shotgun. What don't I like about him? He has a very antiquated sense of what women should be in the first game, and he eventually overcomes that, because we recorded the first scene that went, Val, is this like actually happening? Is this actually? He's like, are we sure we should let the ladies go off by themselves? I'm like, Machias, no! And I've been streaming the game with a buddy, so now he has a nickname. He's like, Edward, he respects women, Bosco. I'm like, no, it's the character, come on, guys. So we're nothing alike. What I love about him is that he gets over that. And the one thing that we do have in common is I'm not a fan of people who take advantage of others to make money. So his view on nobles, as extreme as it might be, to certain extents we have similar regards in that I don't like people who just make money and don't try to give back and help other people. I'm really big on that. So I'm with Machias on that. friend. Hang on.
I'm standing for this one.
We're starting at that end, right?
This one, it doesn't necessarily have to be like what your character says.
I got this.
I'd like to say it.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. Let's
Pull the beer!
I don't have to do a battle cry because I listened to all of them. For me to remember one would be impossible.
All right, no, I can do it.
Go ahead.
My favorite that's not mine is when guys goes, "Mo wind."
Oh, the amount of wind jokes that went on in the booth. There were times we had to stop recording.
How many people have played Cold Steel 2? Termination slash! Die!
I'm just gonna do, is this on? Can you hear me?
They turned you off after the spoil.
After I spoiled everything. You guys, I'm not gonna do a line of my dialogue, but I will in fact do, I don't know if you guys know a man by the name of McBurn. I heard some of his lines. My good friend Max Middleman voices him. And I remember hearing, like, I was like shocked. I was like, take me to the fainting couch, get me my smelling salts, like after I heard his lines, because Max never does characters like that. They're like, oh, growly, like, yeah. So there's one line.
Crazy sexy when he does those.
I know!
And Max is not sexy. Max is not. But like his voice in those characters.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Who is that?
Carrie.
There's a child on this panel.
Excuse me. Jack, cover your ears. Cover your ears, Jack.
I'm just saying, I would know.
I was listening to it, I was like, is that Max? After every line, I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? That's Max? And there was one line where I believe that McBurn literally just goes, let's see how hot you can make me. I was like, pretty hot, man. Like, whoa.
Yeah, we stopped recording for a while after that. Right? Halfway through the line and bust up laughing, and if we'd all bust up laughing, pretty soon all of us in the booth were like hiding behind the monitors so you couldn't see us, so none of us made eye contact.
This has become a sliding scale of
Yeah.
purity. Everyone over here is just like, what are you talking about?
Sean, there is no purity on this
I
table.
want that as
Sorry.
my ringtone. Like, wow.
I can bring this.
So wait, so the game hasn't come out in English yet, right?
Right.
So nobody here knows what my battle cries are.
Right, so you should
I
make
can
one up.
literally say anything
Make
right now
one
in a
up.
loud voice.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an actual
Yeah, make it
fucking
up.
game. I mean, just spoiler alert, I don't actually say hold my beer. Like that was just me just doing that.
Yeah.
So you can,
Although I would have believed that as a battle cry.
I mean, really?
I would have believed it. I would have believed
Why
it.
isn't it?
Believe it. Wait, no. Sorry, I forgot where I was for a second. Sorry.
Poor sound guys on these microphones going, oh my gosh, what is that? Wow.
All right, if I had a battle cry, I don't know, it'd be, I'm here to kick ass and study books, and I left them at home!
You could just do squeaky butt.
Game over.
Michelle, how about you?
That's the end of my career, guys. It was great.
That's his end game move.
I had no idea what this character did, like what Randy did until I got cast. So I was like, oh crap, I better do some research. So I went and looked up and I realized that he's in like a bunch of other of the games and he just hadn't gotten the voice yet. So, and then I had looked up like his weapons and his S-crafts, and I looked at a few YouTube videos, and he says Berserker, I think? And Japanese. I think. He doesn't say it in this game, I don't think. He says it in the next one, but he doesn't say it in this game. But I will say Berserker.
Yeah!
Berserker!
And anyone else would like to? Yeah, Michelle, go ahead.
The one that I remember is, let's go, Lenny!
All right, so moving on, we have. Sorry, for the sake of time, we've got to move on a bit, so I apologize for that.
Everyone's answer would be McFarland anyway.
Yeah.
I want to voice Reed, I'm not gonna lie.
I want to do Milliam. She's so cute. She's so different from me.
My second choice was Ash Carbide.
I want to be
We're
the
all
squeaky
answering
boy.
anyway. She's like, we need to move on for time. And then we're
I
all
would
like,
also accept
yelling
your sister.
characters.
Dan, why aren't you here? The furry's got him. Sorry, guys.
I would voice Vita, and what most people don't know is that when we were recording the game, we couldn't find a Vita. So I actually did all the temp voice for Vita until we could find a Vita. So I would go back and do Vita, but the
Sony
producer
canceled
was
them, they
like,
don't make
"You
them
can't be
anymore."
Vita because we don't have
Her name is Vita, the console is also called Vita.
But then we found our perfect Vita, and that was that.
Sorry for bullying you back next time.
No worries at all.
Like,
All right, so next up we actually have lines from the game. So if you like, each of you to read your line in your character's voice, that'd be great. All right, so first up.
cold reads, guys, cold reads.
Cold reads, yeah.
We're back in the recording studio.
Gosh darn it.
And if you don't do it right, I'm going to make you do it again.
All right, so next up is Sarah.
Oh.
That's why they gave him the wireless mic.
But, wow. Look at you, you're so tall. You really turned into a man. I booked it.
Okay, now, once more.
Why did she go first?
I think we need a second take on that.
This time with feeling, okay?
So actually, speaking of second, we have Makias up next.
Have him do that line.
Oh, hey, look, stuff that people on this panel didn't do. I'm sorry. Well, as fully grown members of society and working professionals, we should be in the habit of arriving 10 minutes early.
10 minutes early is on time, and on time is late.
Alright, so next up we have Vita.
Wow, was I that bad? She gets two.
So actually, no, the cat's out of the bag. So the first one. Yeah, so the first one is as Vita, and then the second is Misty.
Okay, well, they were gonna spill the beans anyway. I don't want so much crap.
They were NDA.
Wait, I'm sorry, is that Roman numerals for 7?
Yes.
Great. I knew that. I just want to make sure you guys do. The new class 7. It seems like they've begun. The lino flowers have been scattered to the winds, and the weather has been just right these past few days.
I love how you do your line, you still look to me, you're like, is that Lino?
I'm really so used to going, is that okay? Is that okay, Mel? Did I do okay?
Alright, next up we have Kurt.
Hey.
That's what it says on the screen. This is one of my hometowns, and I shall put both my blades and my family's name on the line to defend it.
I know you can put those blades. Let's see how hot you can make me.
This was a PG-13 panel.
Alright, next up we have Milliam.
Hello? Milliam Tureen.
It's a bit of a long one here.
Boy. Speaking of, which one of those lovely ladies is your main squeeze? Is it the blonde one? The blue-haired swordsman? Oh, the one with the glasses. Don't tell me it's that cute little fairy.
Next up, we have Aurelia.
Hey.
He's laughing. Okay, he's laughing. Okay. And lest we forget the obvious, this is a war, and you are my enemy. I would bend to you my will regardless. You're fine.
Last but not least,
To yourself. Yeah, okay.
we have Reed.
I haven't even done it yet. Attention, everyone. There will come a time when you guys will need to decide how you're going to move forward as a class. And I plan to give you all the support I can until that time comes.
As you can tell, none of us have any fun doing our job.
Nope. Hate it.
Nope, we need to lighten up.
So next up. All right, so following up, we have a few more, I guess, more lighthearted questions. So we are trying to win Mishi's heart right here. Those cute little animations.
They all dance.
So in this contest, everyone's a winner, but you know, there can be one on top.
I'm ready, Trebek. Let's go.
We should work as a class.
Yeah.
So for the sake of time, we have 3 questions. So I'm thinking of splitting it up between the 3 tables. So one table can answer one question. Team effort, guys. Okay. First one. So if you could have a second S-craft, what would it be? Why?
Which table start?
Who wants to take this one?
Oh, look at that. Start it down there.
All right, we'll start it. Fine.
Okay, first table.
S-Craft 2 Electric Boogaloo.
You have one? Make one up right now.
Maybe my S-craft would be to know what to say in situations.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Melt their heart.
I think my S-craft would be finding a perfect home for every homeless cat.
That could be your S-craft. You throw the cats at them. All right. If I be so I'm a wrestling fan. So some of you might know this. Machias would shoot somebody in the stomach. He would put down his shotgun. He would run off. He would RKO somebody. Out of nowhere. But it wouldn't be called the RKO. It would be the Moss KO.
All right, awesome. Thank you, table number 1. So second question. Describe your ideal date in Aragonia. So table number 2, let's go.
Do it at the end.
The ladies will take this one. Ideal date in Aragonia would basically, what?
Drinks.
Your turn is done.
Oh, yeah, who's that hot dad character? That's my date.
Is that a spoiler? Can we say that? Is that?
No, just kidding. All right, so it would be an imaginary, not real silver fox that doesn't exist. I mean, my ideal date is 100% going to be, is going to just be at the tavern drinking him under the table. You know what I mean? If for Sarah.
Who's Sarah
For-
gonna say?
for-
ideal date, not the ideal date.
Oh, no, like the ideal date. Meaning like the date.
Like, who?
Oh, who? What?
Listen, it would just be me seeing how hot I can make McBurn. Anywhere, anytime. All the time. Anytime.
I think it's
I thought you were talking
Sarah
about
and Aurelia.
I thought you were saying we were describing the date, the actual date, like going bowling.
You were just thinking.
You mean
about
like the
drinking.
person? Well, my ideal date would be Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's who I would take out.
Rated T for team.
Yeah, I love him. Love him. I broke Val. I'm sorry. I broke her. I should have sat next to her. I'm
We
sorry.
don't put the three of us together.
Next.
All right, last
I
question.
think the ideal hot date is Vita and Aurelia and Sarah and McBurn. I mean,
You're trying to win Mishi's heart.
she can come along. What the heck? We're there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We should not have taken that question. We apologize. We apologize. That's a bad idea. I thought it was a good
As soon as
idea.
you said the lady's got this, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Wrong. I did it. I did it.
At least we won't be last place.
Okay, so for the last table, so Mishi gives you an enormous bag full of Mira. What would you spend it on?
Ways to make McBurn.
Really good night out.
2 more swords.
All right, so last but not least, I'm just gonna leave it on the slide here for now.
Oh, it was a setup. You were supposed to spin the mirror on this. It was in the script.
Shameless little plug here. So this is our merch for Trails of Cold Steel 3. I'm actually wearing the hoodie right now, so. Yeah, so come check that out at our booth, 3306 in South Hall. Check out this cool newsletter we got. And then last but not least, we actually have a special guest here with us today. Yeah, so we have the president of Nihon Falcon and producer of the Trial series, Mr. Toshihiro Kondo.
We are so fired. I am so sorry.
We'd like to give a special message to everyone who came today.
Can you apologize to him for our panel? You didn't know. You didn't know.
How do you say my bad?
幕バーンじゃなくてごめんなさい。日本ファルコムの近藤です。
First of all, sorry, I'm not McBurn.
I am so fired.
I am Toshihiro Kondo from Nihon Falcon.
僕らがですね、日本の、ゲームの開発スタッフと英語版の千の奇跡で遊んだことがありまして、でその時に開発スタッフから一番最初に上がったゲームの感想が声が素晴らしい、キャラクターにぴったりだという意見でした。
When we first had an opportunity to play, way back when we first did Trails of Cold Steel 1, the English version of the game, and we heard everyone's voices, us and the development staff were like, this is amazing. They did a wonderful job.
今日こうして実際に役を演じていただいた皆さんとお会いできて本当に光栄です。
I'm so honored that I have an opportunity to be here to see each and every one of you perform your roles.
千の奇跡はですね、3が今回発売になりますけれども、この後千の奇跡4も、日本ではすでに発売していますので、4の方も北米に、きちんと展開できるように僕らも努力していきますし、それから奇跡シリーズは千の奇跡の後もまだまだ続いていく予定です。で千の奇跡で登場した登場人物たちも、千の奇跡が終わった後も再登場することもあるかもしれませんし、声優の皆さんにはですね、ぜひこの後もですね、千の奇跡、それから奇跡シリーズ全体を一緒に盛り上げていっていただければなと思います。ぜひよろしくお願いします。
So obviously Trails of Cold Steel 3 is about to come out here in America. Some of you may know. Trails of Cold Steel 4 is actually already out in Japan, but we definitely hope that it will come out in America as well. And we do indeed plan to continue this series into the future, and many of the characters that are here might have opportunities to come out again in future titles. And I hope we can receive your support, and I would love to hear your voices again in future titles.
今日は本当に皆さんありがとうございました。
Thank you so much.
So I'd like to say thank you, Mr. Kondo, for all your hard work and passion you put into the series, and also a big thank you to the voice actors who came out to our panel today. So. In the audience who came out. Yeah. So that just about wraps up the panel, and then we have everyone's social media up on there. So for more information, please go to thelegendofheroes.com, and for more information about our other activities at Anime Expo, you can visit the website down there. And that's it, folks. Thank you.
Please watch.